Welcome back to Snack City Vending, coming at you live. This is Jonah here, and this is a long-awaited video. So, in this video, we're going to be talking about the 3 vending machine distributors that we used, AI to be specific, and we have 2 of them that we like, and one of them that we are mad that we even spent a dime with them. And so you're going to want to watch till the end of this video because Sean and I spent over $10,000 on these machines, and I wouldn't have spent $2,000 on these machines. So you're going to want to watch this to the end of the video because I'm going to reveal the company that you do not want to buy through. But I'm also going to go over the ones that you should through our experience. So the first one, and I'll rank them at the end, but the first one is HaHa Vending. And I'll kind of go over the pros and the cons for these. HaHa Vending, this is something that you can go to their website here. You can go to Amazon. You can purchase these, and they are really good. We like HaHa Vending. Financing options are really nice for HaHa Vending. So in the cooler, honestly, we've had very little bad experience with HaHa Vending. So they are very good at what they do. They're quick. You can get an order from HaHa Vending in like 7 days, which when I go more into details throughout this video, you'll understand that 7 days is very good. They're relatively cheap. I mean, depending on the ones you get, I think they're slightly cheaper than some of the other options. Not that much cheaper, but they are, and they're very fast and efficient, and their customer service is bomb diggity. I really wish. So the story about this is Sean, he called me. He's like, dude. And first of all, we got one of these machines, which I kind of want to give you the name, but I'm going to go over at the end of the video. But our first ever machines were the ones that we got, which are the worst ones. And the customer service was horrible. We'd email them, call them. They would never respond, or when they would, it would be like, oh, you're basically out of luck. Oh, you're out of luck. Like, you're going to have to wait till it gets better. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. But when we got HaHa Vending, Sean was like, hey, is there ways for these to get like stolen from? Because again, our experience, we got stolen from 2 times that we know of, guaranteed. We think a third. And so Sean's like, hey, how do we know that we're going to be protected from theft? Like, what mechanisms does this HaHa Vending have? And the guy legitimately FaceTime Sean from like China or something. I don't even know. I wish I need to have Sean tell the story. It's so funny. And then the guy was like, check this out, Sean, check this out. And he's like using his entire weight to just like try to open this thing out. And then he showed him that there's like 2 bolts in HaHa Vending. That was basically, you got to be like Hulk status in order to break into this thing and really do some damage. So all that to say, HaHa Vending is the top dog in our opinion. We like it. Their customer service is great. It comes in fast. It's great. Next one we're going to go into is Mart. Mart is probably, in my opinion, the most sleek. This thing looks nice. This is like the nicest AI cooler that we've seen. And Sean and I are still trying to figure out, because we're always trying to strategize and figure out the max money we can make per machine. But these things up top, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but the brand, your brand here, there has to be some sort of play on where you can do some marketing and make money. We haven't landed on that yet, on how we're going to capitalize on that. But when we do, we will share it with you. But nonetheless, these are really, really clean. Mart pricing is a little bit more expensive than the other 2 options, but they look really, really clean. I feel like this is like probably the most modern look. You can really put anything you want in there, and they'll design it for you. So you just have to send them a template on, what you want, snacks on top or drinks on bottom or however you want. They have like a freezer option, a cooler option, and then just like a regular like pantry option, which is like this one over here, the first one. So, and then if you scroll in, let me see if I can scroll in. It's like on my face. It's not really what I'm planning to do here. Okay. Anyways, if you see these little squares, it says the pricing on them. It gives the pricing so you know what you're getting, which I find to be very, very transparent. And I really like that. I feel like some options you just swipe your card and then it'll tell you what you're purchasing, or you have to go through the menu, which most people don't go through the menu anyways. And so I'm a big fan of Micromart. I think it's very clean look. I will say the con to a Micromart is that these things take forever to ship. We're talking 6 to 8 weeks. Our experience is closer to 7 to 8 weeks. So, for instance, if let's just say you land a location, which has happened to us, and then they, like, this particular location had a vending machine, so they had to cancel, which took 30 days. And then we told them, hey, just wait to cancel because it's going to take 7, 8 weeks. And then we told them to wait to cancel, and then it still took another 2 weeks after that for us to get the Micromarts. So all that to say, like, that's a lot of profit. Sean and I are numbers people. We love numbers and we love making money. So 7, 8 weeks, that's a lot of money you're losing out on. Like, if you could get it done in a week, that's a month and a half of profits that you're getting sooner than later if you're waiting for the Micromart. So, if you have a location that you can't get in till later anyways, then Micromart's a good option. If speed is what you're looking for, wouldn't put Micromart in that category. In fact, they're the very bottom of that category when it comes to speed. And I'll probably go more into these, but I want to just give a quick high-level view. And then Vending Concepts. Vending Concepts was I'm going to spoil it, the first one that we bought. And Vending Concepts is trash. I'm not really a fan, like I said, of trashing companies. But if anyone's going to be in our community and watch our videos, I am not going to have you lose money when you have two better options. Vending Concepts is absolute trash. Their customer service is trash. Their machines are trash. Like, I wish I don't have approval from the it's not a hotel. Why am I losing? We have machines in like a college. What in the world is the word I'm looking for? Dorm, hotel, college. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what I'm looking for. Anyways, they have footage wherever our machines are at. For some reason, I'm blanking on what you call that. They have footage of someone stealing from us. I don't have the approval to be able to post it on here. Otherwise, I would. But just take my word for it that one of the thieves legitimately just opened up the door and had like a bunch of bags and stashed them all in there. So, like, this guy didn't even have like a card and then finesse the system. The guy legitimately just opened it up like a refrigerator and then stashed all of our stuff in there. So that's problematic. Like, the machine legitimately should only open when you put a card that has money in there. But the reason why I told you about the story with Sean getting FaceTimed by the Asian haha company is because he basically showed like, hey, you can't just open up this thing with brute force. Whereas this company, we had footage that we saw. I can't post it, like I said, but where the guy was just like yanking it and then he got it open and then just mobbed us for everything, which is really bad. I don't know in what world they create an AI machine that could just get yanked open through brute force. So anyways, I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I really don't like trashing companies. I really don't. But I will say this. I'm just going to keep it short and simple and sweet. Never, ever, ever buy through Vending Concepts, at least through the AI department, their AI machine. I don't know about their traditional, so I'm not going to say things I don't know. The traditional, do what you want with those. I have no idea. They're probably good machines. Honestly, I don't really know how you would mess up a traditional. But for the AI specifically, that's what this video is about. Haha and Micromart are way better. In fact, if I'm going to go into the rankings, Haha is number 1. And we wish we went through Haha earlier. Honestly, our first thought was to go to Haha when we first started this business, but it seemed so cheap. And it seemed like, just being honest, like foreign and just not in America type vibe, that I was like, I feel like we're going to have a lot of problems and customer service is going to suck. And that's honestly why I made the decision with Sean and I not to do these. And I could not have been more wrong. I could not have been more wrong. Haha is the best customer service. It is the fastest delivery time, and the machines have not given us any problems to date. In fact, I think Haha is number 1 in the game. We're going to continue to try more because our whole goal is to educate you guys and try everything. That way we know what is the best, because we want to build a business on the best. And that's why we tried 3 different ones. So this video itself can save you $10,000, literally. If you watch this video and I don't know if you were ever thinking about Vending Concepts, but if you were, we just saved you money because you can get stolen from, there's headaches, and yeah, we won't go. So my recommendation, Haha is number 1. It's not as clean as the Micromart vibe, but it comes in way faster. It does the exact same mechanisms. Customer service is top tier. I put that number 1. Micromart is number 2. I do think that there are some options that would make Micromart go number 1, in the sense that like some very, very nice high rises that Sean and I are getting into currently want the cleanest look of AI, and or the coolers, I should say, the AI coolers. And so if they're looking, it's a very nice place, very expensive place. Lots of money will be flowing through there. I think it's worth waiting the 6 to 8 weeks to get a machine like this, because that's kind of the look that they want. And they're very particular with what they want. So I think in these circumstances, I think a Micromart is the move. So Sean and I will probably base our business off of mostly Haha Vending is what we think. And this might change in the future, but currently it'll be mostly Haha and some Micromart, depending on the type of location and what, how expensive it is and how they want it to look. Because we can also do the brand like we talked about earlier in this video on top, which I think is a really, really cool feature of the Micromart that others don't have. But again, it's very niche. You know what I mean? I don't really know how to capitalize on this yet. So if you have ideas, drop it in the comments. Let us know. Let's learn together, because I know Sean and I know that there's a play here. We just don't know what for the brand. But anyways, I really hope you like this video. I'm going to try to link it up with the previous video because they kind of go hand in hand. And I hope you really enjoyed this. I hope that you watch this all the way through so that you don't spend money where you shouldn't. And I'm going to see you guys next week with another video. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.